Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meadsyreplays and we are back with the M6A2E1 EXP. Now, this tank is for sale. As I've stated yesterday, it's either on its own for 10,000 gold or it's in the bundle with the tier 7 M6 for 12,500 gold. So these are good bundles, guys. 10,000 gold for a tier 8 tank is not bad, considering the prices that have been lately. You're looking at sort of 14 to 15,000 gold for a tier 8 tank. It has been around a while now, but it's not been for sale for too many times. It's basically got the same gun as the T-34. Better frontal armour than the T-34, but slightly worse turret armour. And again, just like the tier 7, it is a really, really good tank. Frontally, lucky, I don't know how that T59 penned, but it has got some weak spots. It's got, just like the tier 7, there's some weak spots on the turret, on the cheeks, and if you use APCR, you can easily get penned on the front as well. But just like the tier 7, it's literally very similar to the tier 7. It looks exactly the same. But it's just a tier higher with a little bit of a better gun. But again, you just have to face the enemy. Never let the enemy get to the side of you or behind you. Always try and face the enemy. So we've capped the base now. We've caught base C, and the other team have all gone the other way except for that Type 59. And getting a shot in on that Type 59, I did take a shot in return from the right, and our team over there are dying very quickly. There's IS-3. He is going to get absolutely slaughtered. You can see them all rushing into him. He's not going to last very long. But we are coming around. My team are coming around. I'm going to stay put because I can get some shots in the T-34. He is now aiming at me. And again, I'm just trying to face him and just trying to wiggle a little bit. But because I've got cover, there's no point just going out direct because he can pen me. So I've got a rock there to my right, so I might as well hide just behind that rock. So it's now 4 against 4. The IS-3 is now gone, and we are losing on hit points, but we are winning on supremacy points. We caught C, which was the only base, which is what I caught. So I am racking up these supremacy points. We get a shot on the Leo PTA, and then our VK can take him out. So it's now 3 against 3. So the best thing about this tank, which I like, is it can hold its own against tier 9. It's not too bad against tier 9. And against tier 7, even better. So as long as you're facing the tank, if you can go hold down, or if you can hide your bottom plate, hide your turret, and just sort of poke out and wiggle, it really does become a very strong tank. Now, we are up to 2,400 damage now. We blocked 680. I don't think we blocked too many this game, but there was no opportunities to really get shot. The Louver there, we take him out for our second kill, and there's just 2 remaining tanks. Watch this STA now. I think he gave up all hope. I'm not sure if he done it accidentally. I can't think he done it accidentally, but I think he knew it was going to be a loss, and he just goes to drown. Well played, STA, well played. And he probably cost me a little bit more damage, the little bastard. But never mind. He's gonna die very, very soon. There he goes. He destroys himself, which just now leaves the WZ-1110, who does pen me. So 19 hit points, 18. We are going to use the HE just to clear him up for our 3rd kill. So 680 block damage there, not too much, but we did finish on 3.3k, and we did get the ace, 89,000 credits because we caught that supremacy base. We got quite enough XP for the ace, 1340 XP, and we got 505 victory points earned in supremacy. So moving on to the next battle, it is Venom. As I've said yesterday, it's a recorded file, and it's not a replay, so the quality is not the same. But he does, again, just like the tier 7, he does a fantastic job. So he is pushing right, and it is a tier 7 game, and as I said, in tier 7 this does become very, very strong, and you will get quite a lot of bounces. So the first bounce there from the T44, and I think this battle he gets quite a lot of bounces. and now he's pushing up on. You've got the SU-101 there, and you've got the IS-3, and you've got the louver. So he is directly in front of all three. He's not letting anyone get to his side. He's got the dunes to his left. He's got a building to the right. So he has got cover from pretty much anyone except for the tanks in front of him. So he pokes up, and now he's got the SU-101, and again, that SU-101 could have shot his side there. He was at that angle where he could have easily shot the side, but the SU decides to shoot his turret, so he gets the bounce, and now the SU is on a one shot. He can easily take him out for his first kill. So one tank down, LTTB there as flanking around, but he's not in any danger from him. So he's going to push forward to the tanks that are in front. He's still got the louver there, the T-44, so he's going to push down and hopefully get a shot on the louver, and he does get a nice 414 roll into him. So it's now one tank down a piece. There is still the LTTB behind, but now there is an IS in front of him. He's going to get a shot in on the IS without taking any damage again in return. So he's up to 1900 damage. He's only blocked 590 damage so far. So again, he's going to back up the IS. I don't know what the IS is doing. He's trying to hide, and he gets a lovely shot just before the IS gets in the building. So the LTTB behind that was flanking is now gone. The AMX on his team is gone. So it's now 2 against 2. And you can see he's not taking any risks. He's reloading. There is no point him pushing forward and maybe getting a shot when he didn't need to. He's just going to stick, he's going to reload, and then he's going to make the move, just like he's doing now. He's noticed his team down here need a bit of assistance. The IS-6 is now dead, which just leaves the KV-3, and there's like 4 tanks here. So he gets the shot in on the T-44, and again he backs up. He doesn't want to get shot, but the T-44, I don't know what the T-44 is doing. He rushes down, and just before Venom gets the kill, he gets down, and now there is the KV-3. He gets a bounce on the turret of the KV-3, which was a very tough pen anyway. So now that Borzik down there is very low hit points, and there is a louver and there is an IS-3 both pushing him. It's 4 against 5. It's now 3 against 5. The RHM is gone, but he gets a bounce. The only place on the louver on this position he could have bounced, and he did. So very unfortunate, because that could become vital towards the end. So now he's got tanks behind him, and he has tanks in front of him. So he has to be very, very careful, and he needs to pick out the low hit point tanks as quick as he can. So he's going to push toward the IS-3, because as I've said, there is tanks behind him, and that is probably the best option to do. But again, very unfortunate on that bounce there, very unfortunate. And now he has 2 tanks to deal with. He's not only got the IS-3, he has the louver as well. So I would probably go for the louver, because that is probably the better tank out of both of them. And he does get the louver down to a 1 shot, but he's now getting shot from behind. He's got the T-44, which he's going to turn and deal with, which is a good move for him to do. However, he does get shot in return, and he is now a 1 shot. So now he does need to start bouncing, and he bounces 2 shots, 1 from each tank. He's now ignoring the IS-3, which is perfect, which is exactly what he should have done, and he's bringing it down to a 2 versus 3. He is still a 1 shot though, so again you can see the IS-3 trying to aim for the weak parts. He is wiggling, he gets yet again another bounce. He's going to start ramming him just to make sure that the IS-3 goes down to a 1 shot, and he can even use APCR just to guarantee the pen. So he takes him out for his 4th kill, leaving it 2 against 2. His teammate up there is in a little bit of bother. It is the IS-3, and he's down to 100 hit points, so he's going to get taken out, but the IS is a 1 shot. The KV-3 is a 2 shot, so he needs 3 shots to win the game, and he is just a 1 shot. Probably a 2 shot for the KV-3, and maybe a 2 shot for the IS if the IS low rolls. But the IS-3 he's not doing any damage while he's up there, and he's just losing hit points. So he's now gone, which leaves it 1 versus 2. But he has got the armour. He can cope, and he has the side shot on the IS. So he takes out the IS, which now leaves it 1 versus 1, and he has now that upper hand. He's on 5 kills, 4,500 damage, 2.6k blocked damage. And as I said, the KV3 is a 2-shot, but if he can get the first shot in, but he does miss, the KV3 is a tier 7, and he will struggle to pen him. He won't take him out one shot anyway. He does miss. He's baited him the shot. He does miss, but the KV3 just sits there. Why didn't he back up? I don't know. But Venom gets a shot in on him. 5 kills now, and he is a 1-shot. So now he backs up. But he comes. I don't know what that KV3 was doing. But Venom takes him out. So 6 kills, 2.6 block damage, 5.1k damage, 98,000 credits, 6 kills. He gets the lot, 1,553 XP. Very well played, Venom. Now moving on to the last battle, we have the last battle here. And again, it's Venom. And he is on Faust. Now, it's again a tier 7 battle, and he pushes towards the heavy side, which is left, which is probably a good move because there is only one medium, 1 light tank each on each team. So probably pushing left is the best route. There's more heavies, so this is the way you usually come when there is more heavies. And he's using his armour, and he's using the building to just hide his hull, to hide his side plate, and now there is a T-32 which hasn't got the greatest pen, so he can push towards him, he can poke out, get a shot in on him, and then he's going to back up. So now there is an IS-3 and an IS, and he's not going to poke out until he is pretty much reloaded. He does get a nice bounce, but he misses that shot just as he was backing up. So he's 392 damage, he's blocked 1 shot so far. It's just a minute gone, not too much, nothing's really happened, and you can see him backing up, trying to get over the wall to see if he can get any shots, and again he gets a bounce from the T-28 prototype. So he's now waiting. He's going to wait for shots. He's not going to poke out, because if he does poke out, he will be side on to some tanks. And again, he gets another bounce. So now they have the Tankenstein in front as well. So T-32, T-28, IS, IS-3 Tankenstein, they are all in front of him. And he's just going to wait, and he's going to wait for the opportunity, and here it comes. The IS makes a bad mistake, and he decides to poke out to try and get a shot in the Tiger P. I say bad mistake. Maybe it would have been a good mistake if they would have took the Tiger P out. So that would have been 1 tank down, but they didn't. The Tiger P manages to survive. That was Kieran. What are you doing? So the Tiger P manages to survive, well, for a little bit at least. And in that meantime, while he survived, he's been getting shots in on the Tankenstein. And the Tankenstein hasn't been penetrating him back. So that was a bad trade-off from the Tankenstein, who has now been taken out by the T-71. And he gets the IS, just luckily, he gets the bounce on his gun. But now the right has been covered. So he knows he can push the IS because he will have cover to the right. So, which again is a great move. He's got the T-71 to support him as well. So just as he is going up, the IS... he can easily get the IS, so he gets 1 shot in the IS and the T-71 takes him out. So it's now 5 against 5. He's still full hit points. He's got 2,000 block damage so far. He does get a shot from the T-28, I believe, but he does get a shot in return. So again, just as he shoots, he's going to directly face the T-28 as he's backing up. But the T-28 backs up too far, so he's not been able to get any shots in. And now he's going to take his attention to the T-32, which again, that was a lovely shot in on that T-32, which puts him down to a 1 shot. The T-54 Mod 1 takes out one of his teammates, so it's now 4 against 4. But again, he's got bounces. He's bounced 500 or 600 more than his hit points. And you will get bounces in this, no matter what, against tier 9, tier 8. If you face the enemy, you're going to get bounces. T-28 Prot takes out the T-71, which now leaves it a 3-on-4. So now his work is cut out, and he's got a lot of work to do. So he's not going to push just yet. The T-32 somehow takes out the T-25, but the T-28 Defender takes out the T-32. So it's now 2 versus 3. T-28 Prot, again, that was a lovely shot, lovely snapshot into that turret on the into the T-28. But now he has the IS-3 to deal with. The IS-3 again shoots the strong bits of the tank, which you can't penetrate. He's going to go in for the ram, puts him down to 57 HP, and he's going to use HE. A little bit more ram there, and he's not taken really any damage from the IS-3, but he has taken a shot from the T28 Prot. That puts him down to 700 hit points. The Prot is a one-shot, and there's still a T54 Mod 1. So the T28 Defender gets taken out, so it's now just him against these last two tanks. So the T28 Prot is a one-shot. He's done a great job so far. The T28 Prot has done a really good job as well. He gets shot in from the rear from the T28 while he's up there, which now puts him down to a one-shot. So he's now got to be careful. And as soon as he pokes around this corner, the T28 Prot would have been reloaded. So he does need to be careful. He's now been spotted. There is a T54 Mod 1 that is flanking around, and he's going to find him very, very soon. And here he is. So now he has to turn it back around. And as he turns around, this is when the T28 Prot should have made his move. So, but I love what he does here. He turns, he gets the bounce. The T28 Prot there misses. You can see he misses. He's going to switch to HE into the T54 Mod 1, and he actually gets quite a low roll, 400. You can do that with AP. But he puts him down to a one-shot. So again, he gets yet again another bounce. He's been so lucky with these bounces, but he's put his tank into positions that he can get them bounces. T54 Mod 1 takes another shot, but he misses and he takes him out. And now he needs a bounce. The T28 Prot has been doing a great job, and just when he needs it, he gets the bounce, which now he can reload. He's still going to use the APCR to guarantee the pen, and he takes him out. 4,200 blocked damage, 4,800 damage, 96,000 credit. Fantastic battle. So overall, these tanks are definitely worth buying, and they are good tanks if you put them in the right position. But for now, I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.